أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Ameen. Surah Fatiha is Makki Surah. There are 7 verses in it. There is a ruku. It is on the first place in the order of Mashab, and it is on the 5th place in the order of revelation. Makki is the surah that it was revealed before the migration. Commentators, Mufassirin, have mentioned 22 names of this surah. The most famous name in it is Al-Fatiha, from which the opening of the Holy Quran and every rak'ah of prayers. Another name is Qura. That is, the objectives of the Holy Quran are present in this surah. The description of which is this, that there are 5 types of Tawheed in this surah. Tawheed fil Rububiyyat, Tawheed fil Uluhiyyat, Tawheed Asma wa Sifat, Tawheed Divinity, Tawheed Hakamu and Tashri. And thus there are 5 types of knowledge in ilm, about the knowledge of the divine self from the attributes of Allah Ta'ala related, knowledge of the rights of Allah Ta'ala, knowledge about the paths that lead to Allah, knowledge of Ahl Tariq and their opponents. Similarly, there are 5 names of Allah Ta'ala in this surah: Allah, Rahman, Rahim, Malik, Rabb. And there are denials about the 5 false sects. Number 1, all polytheists. Number 2, Qadriya. Number 3, Jabariya. Number 4, Marjiya. Number 5, Jahimiya. Claim of this surah: attributes of God are reserved only for Allah Ta'ala through the words Alhamdulillah. Summary of surah: the first claim is mentioned, then there are 3 arguments, then there are the result, and it is through Tawheed and steadfastness. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, who is generally kind and He is especially merciful. We ask for help in all needs and in all situations. Allah, Ismizat, such a name in which all the names have been collected perfectly. Al-Rahman, the one whose mercy are common in this world, the one with great blessing. Al-Rahim is the one who bestowed a special grace and mercy on His servants in this world and the hereafter. These attributes of Allah are important for helping servants. These attributes were made special. Bism is hidden in it. That is, we ask for help through the name of Allah from the one who is generally kind and most merciful. We ask for help in every work and in every situation, and especially when we start reciting in this world. There is rejection of shirk fil isti'anat, and this is the summary of the religion of Islam, and it is the summary of all divine books. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ask for help through the name of Allah Ta'ala. Every work become easy with the blessing of this world. There is the great treasure inside this world. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All tributes of God belongs to only Allah Ta'ala, who is the sustainer of all the universe. Alhamdulillah is a claim of this surah. The beginning of the 5 surah happened with Alhamdulillah. That is Surah An'am, Surah Kahf, Surah Saba, Surah Fatir. This word is mentioned many times in the Holy Quran. Hamd in the Arabic dictionary means to describe the attributes of praise. In the term of the Holy Quran, the attributes of Allah that Allah has mentioned about Himself in the Holy Quran. And the summary of those attributes is absolutely authority, knowledge of everything, that is absent or present, whether Makana or Mayakun. They are also called divinity and divine attribute. That is, all the divine attributes are only for Allah, for a location. That is, all these attributes of divinity, only one is special to Allah, in which He has no partner, neither prophet or saint, not a king, not a jinn, not a fakir, none of the creatures, any participant. So there are objections to all kinds of polytheism, and all shirk sects are rejected. That is, in Alhamdulillah, All types of Tawheed are in this world. All types of Tawheed are supported and all types of polytheism are rejected in this world. And it is such a glorious world. Now Rabbul Alameen. Rabbul Alameen. This is the first argument for the claim. This attribute also accepted by polytheists. In Surah Mu'min 86 and 87. The word Rabb is derived from training. Anything start to carry out till your end. Training involves two things. Number one is to create the things that sustain life, and the second thing is to have the effect of nurturing that thing. And no one can do this work except Allah Ta'ala. Therefore, this attribute is special only for Allah. And there are other meanings of Rabb in the Arabic dictionaries. Some of them it is also used in the Quran. That is Sayyid. The honor is also called the benefactor, a ruler who has the authority to give order. Rabb. This word for all it is used in the Quran. Allah Ta'ala creates everything in the universe and then brings that thing to completion. He is called the Rabb, the nurturer. Al-Alamin is the plural of Alam. All beings except Allah are known as Alam. It has many types. For this reason, the plural word is mentioned here. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, who is generally kind and specially merciful. Ar-Rahman, the one who has mercy on the all of people of the world. Ar-Rahim in the afterlife, the most merciful in the afterlife. Ar-Rahman and Rahim are also attributes of Allah Ta'ala. On the way of argument, to confirm the claim, both are derived from mercy, the grace of Allah Almighty, and it is called the one who blesses. If it comes in the attribute of a servant, then it is a very gentle heart. First they are mentioned, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim are mentioned for the fruit of help, support from Allah, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Now in this place, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim mentioned in the verse for the praised Hamd of Allah. Malik Yawmiddin, He is the mighty and the master of the day of retribution. Malik Yawmiddin is also in attributes of Allah Ta'ala. This is also an argument to confirm the claim, which means the one who has the authority and the honor, and these meanings only this is a special attributes for Allah Ta'ala. Yawmiddin, this is one of the 33 names of resurrection. Al-Din has many meaning here. It means retribution. In the world, creatures have options to be honored, but in the hereafter there will be only one honor. A question arises, who gives these blessings and who to distribute it? And there are differences in these things or not? So the answer was with Rahman and Rahim. Then the question arises that the authority to dissolve and prohibit in halal and haram the use of these blessings as one choice or not. So the answer is from Malik, that they are using blessings, but they should also wait for their punishment and reckoning. All these blessings are going to be accounted for. Especially for you we needy in servitude, and especially we ask you for help about everything and in every case. This is the result of previous arguments. This is the result. When Tawheed was mentioned about Zat and Sifat, caste and attributes, now as a result Tawheed for worship is mentioned. Worship with utmost humility. They are accompanied by prompt obedience. Worship of the alternate. Ibadah of the organs. Financial ibadah. Obligation in Sunan. Haram and Halal. All these are acts of worship. Iyaka na'budu means that every worship should be exclusively for Allah. And this is also monotheism. Monotheism in Tawheed. Iyaka nasta'in, asking for help and assistance in worship. For this reason, it is specially described after worship. And there is Allah is the clue. Man is in need of Allah even in worship. By worshipping, he is not doing favor to Allah. That dua, call for help, cry for help to remove the difficulties, to resolve the difficulties. Help is only for Allah. These are rejection for those people who is other than Allah, a prophet, a saint, etc. It is called in difficulty, they call upon Allah in need. And if you humble yourself before them as a servant, then this is shirk. And if you humble yourself before them in a creature as a servant, then this is shirk. like polytheists Arabs. Ihdina siratul mustaqim. Keep us on the straight path. Sirat mustaqim. When all types of monotheism in Tawheed were mentioned, now education is for dua, for prayer, for the servants from Allah Ta'ala. This is Tawheed to preserve Hidayah. In Arabic means to show the path of good. Sometimes it is also used for evil. There are many levels of guidance from Allah Ta'ala. One level of guidance is natural and the other directing to outward creations. The third level is to give rationality. And the fourth level is to create rational arguments among the people and around the world. The fifth level is the revelation of the divine books and the sending of the messengers. Success in perseverance. Seventh is a result of success, reaching heaven. The word guidance is used for all these levels. Here guidance means steadfastness. And compared to this level, it is special for Allah Ta'ala. Sirat Mustaqim, in which there is no excess, deficiency, distortion, which is the way to the goal. Its arrangement, as in the Holy Quran, there are 4 methods. Number 1 is Tawheed of Lordship. It has been said in Surah Al-Imran 51. The second time the Holy Quran is Sirat Mustaqim was said in Surah Anam 1-6. The third time is Sirat Mustaqim in path of the prophets. It's mentioned in the Surah Fatiha 118 and Surah Yasin number 4. In the fourth time, Ittiba Rasul has been called Sirat Mustaqim and Surah Zukhruf 61. All of them are called direct path. These are the interpretation of the Sirat Mustaqim in the Holy Quran. Siratul Lazina Anamta Alayhim, the path of those who have been blessed by you. There are many claimants to the path of guidance, so there is a complete sign mentioned for them that the path of Mun'im Alayhim is the complete path and argument for Sirat Mustaqim. And special blessing are mentioned for special people. Number 1 is the relation and love between each other. Number 2, the book of Allah and giving wisdom. Number 3, obedience to Allah and Rasul. Number 4, divine help from unseen. Number 5, salvation from worldly punishment. Number 6, entering paradise. Number 7, especially blessed are the prophets, companions, Sahaba. This is known from various verses of the Holy Quran. So the Sirat Mustaqim are way to the prophets and their companions, Sahaba are the way. So whoever does not follow the path of the prophets and the companions, and those who do not have the evidence of the prophet and the companion, so the claim of those people is the straight path. Sirat Mustaqim is false. Ghairil Maghdubi Alayhim Waladdallin. Save us from the path of those who are angered and not the way of those who go astray. Mazub Zwalin and Munim Alayhim, they are completely separate from both Mazub Alayhim and Zwalin. The Mazub Alayhim are the Jews, it is in the Hadith, and are like those in which reason for anger. And those 17 reasons are mentioned in the Holy Quran. There is a hint in the word Al-Mawzub that they are angry from all sides by Allah and the angels and the believers, and on the day of resurrection his subjects will also curse him. Zwalin are Christians. This is mentioned in the Hadith. And those who cause are misguides, and those whose causes are misguided. And these arguments are 17 numbers. So in these 2 worlds, all past believers are included, are those who are against the truth because of ignorance or because of stubbornness. And these are arguments that all prophets are innocent of wrath and delusion, and the companions Sahaba are safe from them. Ameen. It is sunnah to say this in prayer and outside prayer. Jazakallah.